Why? Why? Why do they all acquiesce to kill me? This is your good buddy DJ Clive, the Ranma 1/2 character profile guy, feeling a bit down in the dumps right now because nothing is going my way. As I said in my last commentary, I was having problems with my Avid Studio, so I decided maybe just as a lark I would try to delete it from my hard drive and reinstall it. I did just that, but now I can't find the CD in this giant mess. And just to add insult, all my other discs are here, all my other programs are present, and that one, just the one that I need, is not there. So, but I can still do lots of commentaries. So while I'm out of commission doing Ranma character profiles, I could still do lots of commentaries using Pinnacle Studio. Unfortunately, there probably will be audio hiccups because this is way too difficult a movie for Pinnacle to handle, even though it's just one straight file. But this is just me venting. I'm not even talking about the anime, and I should, because this is kind of an important profile that I did back in the day. These are going to be two very scary profiles that feature, you know, creepy monsters and just one-offs in Ranma 1/2 the series. This is the Evil Oni profile and the Yuki Onna profile. Say that 5 times fast. These are two characters I did as part of my Ranmaween special a while back, quite a few many years back. And this first one right here, the Evil Oni profile, really stood out for a number of reasons. Number one, this was a very popular character in the, well, amongst the fans. This character received a lot of requests from me. I'm sure I didn't give half the people credit at the end of this video, but a lot of people wanted to see the Evil Oni profiled, and also Evil Kasumi with it, because that was almost a character unto itself. But I decided to reference the other very popular Oni character in the Rumiko Takahashi universe in this profile, and that's Lum from URUSEI YATSURA, as well as other characters from URUSEI YATSURA like Ataru Moroboshi in this profile. And that was, you know, a big deal for me because I never really jumped anime at that point. I never really, you know, I never strayed from Ranma 1/2. I just wanted to be strictly Ranma characters. But you can't really mention the Oni, the Evil Oni, without mentioning Lum, because I think a lot of people, when they heard an Oni was going to be in Ranma 1/2, they were just automatically expecting Lum. And of course that's not what they get, but this is kind of like a tease. There are a lot of Lum elements in this character, like the tiger-striped underwear that it's wearing. And I believe Lum might have said Lalio at one point, but I could be wrong on that. I haven't seen URUSEI YATSURA in such a long time. I remember really loving that anime. Not to the extent of Ranma 1/2, but it was still good in its own right. I would say for Ranma fans to go seek out URUSEI YATSURA and check it out, because it kind of is a fun history lesson when it comes to Rumiko Takahashi's stuff. A lot of the elements that you see in Ranma 1/2, you can see originated in URUSEI YATSURA, and they just kind of blossomed a little when it came time for Ranma. I would say the character of Lum is a lot like Shampoo in Ranma 1/2. They're both very bubbly, very jubilant, but also very violent types. There's definitely a Kuno in the URUSEI YATSURA universe by the name of Shutaro Mendo. He's basically the same character. He's very rich, very studious. He carries around a kendo stick, and he gets on Ataru Moriboshi's nerves trying to pick up Lum from him, much the same way with Akane and Ranma. You got your short, squatty Hapasai style characters like Sakurambu. Then you got Shinobu, which is a very obvious Akane clone. Actually, that's the other way around. I shouldn't call her a clone of Akane, because she came first. You got Onsen Mark, who is the evil principal, much like Principal Kuno, only turned down quite a few many notches. A Malmolin pops up towards the latter portions of the series by the name of Footwarmer Cat, and he's just that. He's a giant white cat that just hangs out at the Moroboshi household. And you even got a Genji Heita, if I remember right, a guy with like really sparkly eyes of that nature. So yeah, there are tons and tons of parallels between Ranma 1/2 and URUSEI YATSURA. much in the style that you'll see a lot of parallels between Ranma 1/2 and Inuyasha when it comes down the pike a little bit later. But yeah, I do recommend the series for everybody, for people who are curious to see where Ranma got its roots from. But just know, it's not for everybody. Remember what I said about the anything goes obstacle course race? This is more fitted for Urusei Yatsura. Well, yeah, it is just that, because once they get the characters settled, a lot of the plots just go batshit crazy. And you don't know what the hell's going on. It's a lot of in-jokes, a lot of stuff that doesn't translate well in America. But the funny thing about the videos, at least the VHSs back in the day, they had descriptions. Like for every episode, they had in-jokes, all the in-jokes explained, like on an insert inside the VHS. And it helped explain the humor. And of course, it's never really good humor when you have to have it explained to you. But I'm sure in Japan it was a laugh riot. By the way, to those of you who are going to watch this and rush out to go see Urusei Yatsura and pick it up and, just watch all the episodes, I suggest watching the subtitled version over the English dub. I kind of bailed on it really early, but I just did not like the voices that they got for the characters. I was hoping more that you'd see more Ranma alumni in there, but I don't remember if you see any of those people. Coming up is a funny clip. Watch this. I think we all know what they were thinking when they animated that. Quite obvious, quite phallic, and quite gross. But, it's not my cup of tea. It might work for other people. Alright, we move on from the Evil Oni to the Yuki Onna profile, and geez, these names, good grief. And let's not forget New. New is there too. A lot of this profile I did with my new Nero software, and most of the time I don't use Nero for video editing. I use it more for the DVD burner on it. But I was used to using really podunk rinky-dink software like Pinnacle Studio 10, and to my knowledge there was no tint effect on Studio 10. So this was a very new thing for me. Nero has some really, really cool effects that I still go back to this day. A lot of effects that are there are similar effects on Pinnacle, but they're just not as cool. Nero just knows how to do it. The only thing that sucks about Nero is that it's hard to edit using that software. So I usually make a movie in Pinnacle and then I put it through Nero, and I give it the double treatment. To those of you out there who are thinking of making movies, posting them on YouTube at some point, I mean, look at this right here, this title screen. That's all Nero. Really, really cool stuff. But like I said, it's very hard to edit a video with Nero because the time bar and like the slide bar that you use to edit is very, very sensitive. You move it to the left or the right a hair and the thing shoots. If you give it the 1-2 punch like I do, you do your major editing with one program and then do special effects with Nero. It's a really cool program to have. Plus, it's very user-friendly in making DVDs and burning DVDs. I still go back to Nero for that movie quality. If I want a profile to be particularly epic, I usually go to Nero and feed it through, put all those really cool special effects in, like this one. So perhaps while I'm here, I should talk a little bit about this character. This is Yuki Onna and her protector, Nu. Funny thing about this character, and don't mind as my heat kicks in back of me, when I was compiling the lists of characters to do for Ranmaween, I did it in pretty much the same way I do every one of my profiles. I did it alone in a truck, on the road at my job, and I was just doing it by memory. Okay, this character, this character, this character, covering all the major bases. And then when I went to Ranma Wiki, and I'm like looking through all these characters one day, and I see Yuki Onna. I'm like, what the heck is that? I completely forgot about this character. And I was debating with myself, is this character big enough for me to do a profile for? Because back in the day, I really didn't do the one-shot deals so often. Well, actually, let me go back and correct myself. I did the one-shot deals, but the ones that were really, really important. I mean, you gotta admit, the Dojo Destroyer and like the Legendary Phoenix, They were a lot bigger characters than Yuki Onna and Nu. I mean, most people remember them and not this one. But I decided, you know, it prolonged the, you know, the whole Ranmaween special, and, you know, the more character profiles, the better. So I went ahead and did it. It was a very quick script to write up. But I'm really proud of how this one came out, and, you know, I think the whole colds thing, the whole blue filter, and just the talk of just, you know, how a life without warmth would be a life not living. I think that whole thing just kind of let this this character profile set apart from the others. And I always like a profile to stand out. I don't want two profiles to be too much alike, nor do I want a profile without some kind of hook that differentiates it. I'm working on another manga profile right now, the Mirror Ranma profile, and the first draft that was sent to me, I was like, it doesn't stand out, you know, where's the hook? So we're still like really tinkering with that one to try to make it stand out and just make it special. But that one's a real, you know, a work in progress. A work that will always be in progress. Maybe I'm just a pain in the ass, I don't know. That fade right there was Nero again. See all the cool things Nero can do? I really wish the editing software was better on that program. I would be using it over the rinky-dink crap that I'm using all the time. Oh my god, there are stories to tell about the next profile. I can't wait to get there. The minute I fire that one off on YouTube, look for the commentary on that, because I've got a lot to say. So, as this profile draws to a close, I should probably mention, while I was talking about jumping animes before, the character of Yuki Onna has appeared in some shape or form in all of Rumiko Takahashi's works, at least the big three that I know of. I mean, I don't really pay attention to My Sani Koku or nothing like that, but I definitely remember a character named Oyuki in URUSEI YATSURA who was an ice witch, and it wasn't a major character, but there was a one-shot deal in Inuyasha which had a character with some semblance of the Yuki Onna name that controlled ice. So while I go on about Yuki Onna being such a minor bit player in the Ranma 1/2 universe, there's got to be some big importance to her that she keeps popping up in all the other the anime. So she could be a major character in her own right. So maybe I should lump her together with the Dojo Destroyer and the Legendary Phoenix and all them. So anyway, this is your good buddy DJ Clive, the Ranma 1/2 character profile guy, bidding you adieu for another week of Dailymotion funness. I might be putting out a few of these today because, like I said before, my software and my computer are just such utter crap that they've pretty much derailed me, and I don't know for how long, if I'm ever going to be able to fix this. So in the meantime, I can always put out these commentaries. I have no idea how they're coming out. They're probably, you know, there's probably lots of sound glitches and sound fumpers, and I don't get it anymore. I just, you know, I am so close to the end. The Ranma Saotome profile was next on the queue. I was, you know, going to work on that again. That was going to be my next major project, and I'm almost done with it, but my computer is not cooperating, so I don't know. I have some Ranma-related stuff that I plan on doing today. It's just a matter of, is my computer going to cooperate me or is it not? So anyway, yeah, this is me signing off for yet another week or yet another day of Dailymotion. And yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing some new Ranma character profiles on YouTube soon. I plan on firing off the next 2 in unison, so look out for those. So life is Ranma, everybody, and I'll check in with you later.